This is a free download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/podcasts.
Boom! You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Beep! That's your edit point. This is the podcast. Let's do it. Let's do this.
Wait, Kath's doing something.
Why?
How?
Why?
How?
Why?
How?
Anything.
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 Kath's doing it, but she hates it.
I
She's
know.
hoping that she can do it longer.
I hate it.
I'm a boy, and I'm the father of 2 boys. I can do that for hours. Hours
Do you know
on
what
end.
that is as well? It's
Well
a
done.
nice tease of what's to come on
Sure.
this podcast.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd switch off now.
No, it gets good.
I don't care if they listen, as long as they download.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the stats.
That's stats, man.
I'm a stat man!
Should we go? Do you want to do an intro, or should we just play this?
We're in.
We're in.
This is it. That was the intro. Now
brilliant.
we're on this. Gregory's in Great Missenden. Morning, Gregory.
Unemployment.
Not today, Geoffrey. Not today, Geoffrey. Kath's got a song for us.
Tiddler did a wee wee on the potty. La 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 la, la 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 la. You can change it. Sometimes it's not a wee wee.
Wait, there's more.
Lean over, let me wipe your
Oh,
bum.
no, it's
I'm
no.
only doing this 'cause I am your mum.
Oh, no.
Do you know
They
what?
love
The
it.
only thing that's missing is a ukulele.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I've got my hands full. At the time, otherwise I definitely would accompany that.
Wowzers. Matt the Butcher called him.
Can you do that again without biscuit in your
He's
mouth?
not a butcher anymore.
Matt the former butcher called him.
Wait, you've still got biscuit in your mouth.
Oh, I can't get rid of it.
Just
That's there all day. That's my little treat. It's my reminder of this morning. Matt the former butcher called him.
He's still doing it.
yeah. What?
Enjoying that biscuit.
I'm really
Is
loving
it
that
stuck
biscuit.
in your dentures?
What do they put in haggis, Matt?
Well, haggis is there's a lot of lights, liver,
Lights.
and bran.
It's
Bran, flour bran.
Bran. Yeah, I know bran. I'm aware of bran.
Bran.
And it's things like lungs and stuff, isn't it?
That's faggots. You're on about faggots now.
Faggis?
Haggis or faggots?
Sorry?
Haggis?
Yes.
Why did you ask me a question like that?
Haggis or faggots? Well, hang on. What's in faggots?
Faggots, there is lights, liver,
Lights. What do you mean lights?
lights, lungs.
Is that what a lung is? A light?
A lung is a light.
What do you call it a light for? You weren't a butcher. You're a
Because
lunatic.
it's light, and you want to have a look at the lung, it's pink, beautiful light.
But why don't you just call it a lung? Why have another word for
Sorry,
lung?
you started me off again.
No, you're
You
starting
wanna
me off,
get
Matt. You're winding me up. Why would you have another
are
word for
winding me
lung?
up.
Why would you have another word for lung when it's already got the word lung?
Well, that's just a butcher's slang, isn't it?
Well, why
Like?
would butchers need slang? They're butchers.
Oh, God, Ian, you're absolutely... You know you could drive me crazy.
You drive me nuts. Butcher... okay.
I could get to hate you again. You know that?
Yeah, then we'd be equal. Okay, we're gonna do the butcher's test, Matt.
Yes.
Speak to me in butcher's back slang.
Dealer walk. When you're in the shop...
No, I don't want it in English. Speak to me in butcher's back slang if you were a real butcher.
Dealer walk. Old cow.
Have you heard about butcher's back slang, Kath?
Yeah,
Do you know about this?
Is he speaking back to front?
You turn the words around or something, don't you?
Yes, you use them backwards.
Butchers are like the Cornish. Imagine being so arrogant you think you deserve your own language.
Normally it's a sign you're doing something dodgy.
Yeah.
That's where the Cockney rhyming slang came
Doogie Rev.
How did you get this back to me? Why did you pushing this back on me?
Matt, listen, you started it by coming on with your filthy butcher propaganda and how you wanted independence.
Say no more.
Shall we end it here?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
You know, I'm sorry I phoned now.
Yeah, me and the listeners alike. See you later, Matt. Ta-ta. Okay, so today I know we've not had that many listeners, but if... the monitor is indicating that more and more listeners are coming back to us. Of course, it's the first day of the rebooting of GMTV with Susanna Reid and Roland Ratt. And I believe the team are watching it now. What's happening?
Adverts. Gambling.
Gambling adverts.
Oh, I could be a millionaire.
OK, so that's what's going on at the moment.
Still adverts on.
Gosh. How's GMTV shaping up in there, Kath?
Lorraine's on.
What?
Lorraine's on now. They're doing some cooking, bit of cooking.
Where's Susanna?
Oh, she's done.
What? Well, what? But so it's back to the way it was?
Yeah. Lorraine's just doing her thing. She'll still be First Lady of GMTV as far as everyone else is concerned.
Yeah. How weird.
Red dress, controversially. They're both in red today.
Hey. Gosh, well, that's disappointing, isn't it? You're actually genuinely watching GMTV now, aren't you?
Well, he's doing something different with garlic. I've never seen it done quite that way before.
All right, well, I'll just do the...
He's grating it like it's cheese.
OK, I'll just...
His fingers going to stink, can't they?
Yeah, he can wash them. Don't rub his eyes. It's chilly. I'm going to do the papers.
He's grating it into a saucepan that's got oil in there.
Goodbye, thank you. Unbelievable. This is what I'm having to deal with.
The finer you chop the garlic, the stronger...
OK, thank you very much indeed. The Taily Telegraph? I done a spoonerism. It got a bit hairy in the papers this week. Lols.
They'll see why that's funny when they hear this.
Gordon Ramsay seems to have had a hair transplant.
He's had a weird haircut. Well,
He's got like an undercut, but apparently they think he's got a Kim Jong-un. It does look a bit like that, but apparently there are little red dots in that bit that's been shaded in underneath. Apparently it has been shaded in,
yes.
Which suggests that he's had a hair transplant. Do you know what? If you've got the money, go for it.
No, don't go for it. Go.
Oh no, I think you're fine. Wayne Rooney's looks all right.
Go bald. Just go bald. Just go bald. I mean, that will never happen to me. I'm going to go like my father, fat and a bit racist. No, I'm going to go like my dad and just a thick head of grey hair, white hair, ultimately.
But if it did happen to you, you've got plenty to harvest from elsewhere, haven't you? Because you're quite a hairy man.
Hairy man?
Yeah, it sort of peeps out from your collar.
I'm a hairy man.
Do they have to shave your neck in?
They do,
yeah.
They do. They shave the neck and the top of my shoulders now.
Yeah.
I've started shaving my neck. Every third face shave I have, I do a reach round. Yeah, I do a reach round in the bathroom.
I've always thought, and this is something I might take to the Dragons, for a very hairy man, such as yourself, there must be some sort of template we could do.
I'm not like a Greek man. I'm not one of them. I'm not Richard Keys.
Is it a Scottish thing? A Celtic thing?
I'm not that hairy.
You are quite hairy.
I'm not that hairy. Not as hairy as you.
Oh.
Very rarely do I allow this. Anonymous is on the line. Good morning, Anonymous.
Morning to you.
Good morning. What, why are you remaining anonymous? Have you got a serious story to tell us?
No. It's, I don't want to divulge my identity. Just arrived at work, and I speak on behalf of all the 40-something single women in the county who listen to you every morning.
Yes.
Please stop talking about your hairy body.
What?
Oh, it's so nice.
Sorry?
I just said please stop talking about your hairy body in the morning. It's just too distracting.
Is it putting you and the girls off?
Jesus, just don't do it. It's not good. I've got to go in and do a full day's work now, thinking about you and your hairy neck.
Gosh, well, I'm glad it's working for you, Anonymous. I'll try and keep my hair to myself.
We've all got a huge crush on you out here, so just be careful what you say in the morning.
Where are you? Just so I can avoid it.
Oh, well, not a million miles from Stanborough Lakes.
Oh, God, I'm scared. Thanks very much.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye. Oh, gosh.
I think that if she actually saw it, she'd get over it.
No, it's not. I'm not that hairy.
We're now on Instagram.
Yes.
I'm not hairy.
You are a bit.
I'm not hairy. Where is that?
I can see peeping out. I mean, you're not Richard Keys.
Scoins?
Yeah.
I'm not hairy, am I? Flippin' heck. I wonder what Anonymous's surname was. I wonder where she lives. But then, you know what they say? Fit on the phone, add 10 stone. Here's two blokes talking about things that two blokes talk about.
I think Kath should do that.
Why?
Because she's better than you at most things.
Here's two blokes talking about things that two blokes talk about.
No, use mine.
See, that was so much more believable than yours.
I'm the boss, use mine.
No.
Well, I feel as if, I recommended something in good faith.
Yes.
To solve your nasal voice.
Yes, what?
And suddenly, it's not good enough for you.
Well...
It's good enough for everyone else, but...
I'm not having a pop. Here comes Kelly to diffuse the situation.
Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
Yeah, just having an argument over nasal sprays.
This is what you get. This is what you do when you get to our age, Kelly. You've got this to look forward to. The thing is, we're both genuinely slightly miffed about nasal sprays.
Yeah. Well, I don't like your one.
Or Guado.
It's too minty.
I tell you what you don't see anymore.
What's that?
And this used to be big in clubs in the 90s. The stick one.
Oh, the Vic stick.
The Vic stick. You don't see the Vic stick anymore.
No.
Do they still make those? I never liked those. There was always something... Because that goes right up there.
It does, yes.
Up.
And you had to hold the other nostril shut while you took a snort on your stick.
I wonder if they're still around. I'm going to have a look.
Olbasoil? Oh. Do you put that on your pillow at night?
I do. It smells nice. Doesn't do anything for me, though.
No?
Doesn't do anything. My nasal cavities are severely impacted.
Aren't they? Perhaps you need your sinuses out, whatever you do.
Your adenoids.
Adenoids.
You can get it cleaned, can't you? They kind of push a salty rag up your nose and pull it out the other side.
When I'm in Argentina, I have my ears cleaned.
Oh, beautiful.
Properly, they sloosh them out, and then they put a little vacuum cleaner down there. Oh, beautiful.
You speak my language.
Apparently, you can have that done in Argentina as well, up your nose.
I'm there. I'd like to do that.
Just go there and have your nose and ears cleaned.
We know you can get it done in some parts of the world, up your,
Yes.
up there. Get this, Dave. In some parts of the world, you'll eat a rag. Okay?
Eat a rag?
Dave, you'll eat a rag, like a long rag. It's like about 10 foot long.
Yeah.
And it passes through your intestine.
Oh, this is disgusting.
This is true.
Oh.
And you pull it out.
Oh, no, don't.
The other side.
Oh, gosh.
And it's like... It's like when you dry your neck with a towel and you kind of pulling it back and forth over your shoulders.
Your nostril got a bit dangly out your mouth.
You do that. And it cleans you. Would you fancy that, Dave?
Sorry?
Yeah, would you fancy that, Dave?
No. Have you tried Oversoil?
What? For the nose?
Yes. If you've got blocked up sinuses, instead of all this nasal spray, it actually builds layers in your nose.
Yeah.
And it makes your nose...
crusty.
You're a bit crusty and you're making it building up so you can't breathe. Oversoil is like a Vic, where you rub it underneath your nose, the vapours go up your nose, like the Vic in the old days.
Why are you laughing? He's telling the truth.
Yeah, it clears it out. It's absolutely brilliant.
Well done.
Would you ever have your ears vacuumed?
Well, I'm a bit deaf, so I don't know.
Pardon?
I'm a bit deaf, so I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah.
Dave, thank you very much indeed. It's my favourite joke in the world. I'm a bit deaf. Huh? I'm a bit I love it.
Obersoil.
Yes.
I've not tried that one. I've tried Olbersoil.
If you've not listened to the show...
in full before. Oh, I thought it was my line.
If you've
not
listened to the
not listened to the show
if you've not listened to the show in full before,
this is the sort of call we get.
It's
Ken Luton.
I was on my way back from the chemist the other day with a wife.
OK, fine, just to make sure, yeah.
We see 3 of them going across Lucy Park at the rate of knots.
Yeah.
And we flagged down a police car.
Oh, right.
Bright coloured. You can't miss them.
What, the police car?
Yeah.
I know what a police car looks like, mate.
So we pointed over to these motorcyclists, and he said, I can't do nothing, I'm on my own. Now, in my last estimation, I thought you had to pass an IQ test to join the police force. You mean to say that they can't send a plainclothes coppers down there, like they do when they go round these markets to catch counterfeiters, and then nab them when they're all sitting there having a fag and everything?
Well, you can't, Ken, in fairness to the police, who are on restricted budgets, you can't just send a couple of plainclothes coppers down to the park on the off chance that they might see some yobs on motorbikes. And also...
reporting them, though, Ian.
But also, if when they go up to them and go, hello, we're the police, they'd be off. And they wouldn't be able to chase them.
If you grab them while they're not paying attention, which they most
How are you going to sneak up on a gang of youths on motorbikes? What, disguise yourself as a badger or something?
At least you'll get 1 or 2 of them, won't you, by the collar?
I don't know if you would.
Oh, I don't know, Ian.
Listen,
Ian.
Yes, Ken?
I had a scam letter through my letterbox the other day.
Oh, go on. I like a good scam. What was it?
At the top, it's got council tax.
Yeah.
Right?
That is a scam.
And
bit of politics there.
Yes. It had police and fire service.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I ain't used none of them in the last, 20 years, I think?
So you want the money back?
Yes.
Gosh.
So if anyone else gets a scam letter, tell them to go jog on.
How much did it... Jog on, thank you. How much did it say you were paying towards the police?
I can't remember. It must have been a hefty amount.
But I haven't used the police for a while, I don't think. When was the last time I used the police? Maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. But it's comforting to know that they're there, isn't it? That's what we're paying for.
Yeah, but they're not there, Ian. Mr. Cameron, for the last 4 years...
David Cameron, for those who don't know.
BMQ's telling us we've got more police, more nurses, more doctors. Where are they? They're all on the front line. Where's the front line? 10 Downing Street, Buckingham Palace...
What do you think,
Parliament?
Ken, on to the more serious matters of the day. What do you think of Susan Reid and Ben Shepherd in Good Morning, This is Britain? Have you seen any of that?
No, don't watch them.
Oh. Give it a shot, because I'm... the bits I've seen, and I've literally seen bits, and I've read reports, and I've spoken to a friend who works in show business. She's the showbiz editor of The Mail.
Yeah.
The Express, sorry. And they've all said it's shockingly bad. Now, and the bits I've seen are shockingly bad, but I'm wondering if that's coming from my slightly biased... they are competition, so of course I'm going to think they're shockingly bad.
Well, what is it about, actually, Ian?
Sorry?
What is it actually about?
It's about the breakfast. It's about Good Morning, This is Britain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's about the breakfast they're feeding the kids, is it? Or...
it's about that. It's about the One Directions.
Oh.
It's about parking a Ferrari in a garage.
Oh. I got a Ferrari, so that's no good to me, is it?
It's about Robbie Williams' baby.
Oh, no, I'm not interested in that.
No?
Of him?
What?
You see, there's another one about.
Sorry?
Another one like him about. God. You must be joking, Ian. 2 Robbie Williams? Oh, my God. No. Goes over my head, Ian. So, anything else we can talk about? Something sensible. Come on. I went out with a girl named Claire, wore a wig because she got no hair. Packed her in for a girl named Rose. All she'd done was pick her nose. Anything else? I went out with a girl named Mabel, had legs like a kitchen table. Yes, I went out with a girl named Nellie. She's got spots all on her belly. Anything else? No. I went out with a girl named May, only lasted just a day. Yeah. How many more have I got? Bye, Ian.
I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor, and I don't like it very much. Oh no, he swallowed my toe, he's up to my knee, oh fiddle, he's reached my middle, oh heck, he's up to my neck, oh dread, he's swallowed my...
Morning, Ian, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's always nice to meet a brother with the same name. What would you like to say?
I was just wondering, why is there a dog rehoming place in a children's ward in a hospital?
Sorry, what are you talking about?
I've just been listening to Nick Coffer, and he says there's some dog rescue place and Luton and Dunstable Hospital on a children's.
Do you mean the trail that begins with, how about a little murder?
That's the one.
Right, hang on a minute, let me cue it up. Let's have a listen to this. There's a dog rehoming place in the hospital. I'll be honest, I've never listened. Let's have a go. Right.
Nick Coffer.
How about
on BBC
a little murder?
His radio.
How about a bit of murder and death, particularly local murder and death from the 19th century?
That sounds fine to me.
The book, I think there's a potential there for miscarriage of justice.
Here until 3 o'clock this afternoon. More great music to come.
Great music.
2.5 hours. Every once in a while, I like a little bit of epic on this
Epic,
programme.
it's fine.
Coffer.
Today I'm just outside of Aylesbury at Stoke Mandeville. I'm at Hula, which is an animal rescue centre in the paediatrics ward of the L&D Hospital. I'm in...
See what I mean? What a strange place for a dog place, you know? Animals and children shouldn't mix.
Oh, I've never picked up on that before, Ian.
JV has to be doing it. And he doesn't like children and dogs with children. That's my lord.
Ian,
There's not a phoning on it.
Thank you, Ian. I suspect Mike, who puts these trails together, may have been having a little joke with his editing there. But Ian, that's excellent. I'd never noticed that before. Oh, that's made me laugh. Thank you very much indeed. Can I just pick you up on one thing, Catherine?
Yes.
I don't like to do this on air, but I'm going to.
Here we go.
We're watching Good Morning, This is Britain, and we'll talk more about that later on. Ben Sheepdog is on there, and I made the point he was wearing a waistcoat.
Yes.
And you pulled that face.
I just did a face. I'm sorry, I didn't, but I didn't criticise verbally. My face did it.
You pulled that face.
I just thought, oh, right, you're one of those, are you?
Well, that's ladies and gentlemen of a certain generation, it's pronounced, and I think you'll agree with me, Westcoat.
A waistcoat.
It's pronounced a Westcoat. That's how you pronounce it.
What, if we were to have a slow, smoochy dance, what would I put my arms around? Your West.
You put your...
Oh, I shouldn't have asked that question.
Catherine Boyle! Fruity as always. 084... Go on. Go, now. Go on. Take your headphones off.
Watching your West line.
Can someone back me up on this, please? I need to... It's pronounced... Now, you're doing the face, Bets. What on earth are you doing the face for?
Are you trying to say Westlife, the band?
No, Right.
What are you trying to say?
It's pronounced Westcoat.
What is?
A waistcoat, the little kind of jacket you wear under a suit.
And where does it go?
Right. 08459 455 555. It goes around your waist.
Oh.
But it's pronounced...
you mean a waistcoat?
No, it's pronounced Westcoat.
Where? Where is it pronounced that? What country?
Scotland.
All right. 08459 455 555. You watch the phone lines come alive as people phone up to defend me. How many calls have you had so far?
None.
OK. Dave's in Luton. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, boss.
Good morning, Dave. What can we do for you?
Waistcoat. What school did you go to?
I went to Claycott's Primary School and Middle School in Slough, and then I went to the Sir William Herschel Grammar School, also in Slough. What's your beef, Dave?
Waistcoat.
Westcoat.
Waistcoat.
Westcoat.
It's spelt W-A-I-S-T, which pronounces waist.
Yeah. Lamb is spelt L-A-M-B. Lamb. But we say lamb. Some words... No, you hang on. Some words, David... you hang on. The beauty of the English language is some words is not pronounced like what they are written. Westcoat is pronounced Westcoat.
No, if you go and see a coat hanging up, a waistcoat hanging up, it's spelled W-A-I-S-T. I don't give a damn what you know about waist.
Well, do you know that posh boats are spelt Y-A-C-H-T, but we don't call them yachts? Or maybe there's a U in there as well.
No. Yeah, you can see the word W-A-I-S-T.
Yes.
It's spelled waist.
Yes.
Even your waist without the coat.
Well, I don't understand.
It's spelt the same.
Yeah, but it's spelt. Dave, you're right. I'm not arguing with the spelling of Westcoat. It's spelt waistcoat. It's pronounced Westcoat.
No, so you're putting an E in it.
Right, stay there a second. Patricia?
Yes?
How do you pronounce Westcoat?
Definitely Westcoat.
Yes!
My mum was a tailoress in central London. She was born in 1920, unfortunately no longer with us, but it is definitely Westcoat.
There's no controversy, Dave. Her mum was a tailoress.
No, hang on. So you're changing the A into an E?
No, I agree. As a little girl, I always used to be pulled up on it, but that apparently in the trade is how you pronounce it. So a typical thing of the English language, is it stone or is it stone, you know?
So we've got to change all these dictionaries and everything else because it's saying waistcoat in the dictionary.
No, not at all.
It does?
It is just... No, not at all. It is definitely a waistcoat.
But you look at the dictionary and it says waistcoat.
Dave, Dave, I'm sorry, mate. You're embarrassing yourself. I'm going to...
No, I'm not.
You're embarrassing yourself, Dave.
I'm right.
What you read.
Dave, I'm going to let you go. Patricia, I've never heard the word tailoress before.
Well, she was also an upholsteress, but bear in mind this is going back to the East End.
Yeah.
There were all the factories and things like that, and she went straight from school before the war into the tailoring industry.
Well, good for her.
It is definitely Westcoat.
Patricia, thank you so much indeed for calling and supporting me. Catherine, look at me.
Pre-war, so she probably spoke terribly like that, so it would be a Westcoat.
Are you mocking Patricia and her Tayloress mother?
No, I wouldn't dare.
No, I wouldn't.
EastEnder.
I wouldn't dare either. Patricia, thank you very much indeed. I'm sending an email to myself.
Why? What does it say?
Sometimes you just got to do that.
Do you do it from the past so that you look back? Is it a thing? By the time I read this, I hope to have achieved.
Yeah, well, you can do that, can't you? You can send emails to your family when you're dead.
And alive.
Well, before you're dead, you send them.
You
and then
can
they
do it when you're alive. Yes. So you die, and then you send an email to.
Good morning, BBC Three Counties Radio.
Oh, sorry. You die, and then before you die, you send emails.
Yeah.
But they get locked into time and space, and then when you die, your family receive those emails.
Oh, so you put a schedule date on it? Is that what you mean?
Well, but it's through like a. Hey, here's something I signed up to. It cost me $25, right? And it's time travel.
See, we heard
And what it is you send this company $25, right? And they invest it.
Mm-hmm.
And then in like 500 years' time, when they've invented time travel...
They give it back to you?
No. What they do, that $25 investment will be like $1 billion, OK? So then they can afford to come back in time... I don't know why you're laughing at this. They can afford to come back in time, take you to the future, and replace you with an identical robot. So no one knows.
OK, so you're dead.
Well, what?
And what happens?
No, you're confusing two things.
Yeah.
Catherine will get this. Catherine.
She's not listening.
Well, she should listen.
I'm listening.
She's always listening.
So, Catherine, this is a thing I did a few years ago, right? I paid $25 to a company in America, a man. And what he does is he takes all the $25 he gets and he invests them in the stock market, OK? Then in 500 years' time...
You'll have a family fortune.
No, in 500 years' time, that $25 will be like $1 billion, OK?
So hang on, basically, you've just given a random guy $25 that you will never see again and you will never benefit from.
Wrong.
Explain.
That in 500 years' time, that $25 will be like $1 billion, and that's probably going to be more than that.
And where will you be?
Well, I'm here now, but in 500 years' time, they've invented time travel. Right. So what this guy's company is going to do... This is true.
If I had known that you
rich
were
now,
like
then.
this,
No.
I would...
No. What the guy's going to do, what the company's going to do, is in 500 years' time, they're going to come back and get me and all the other wise people that invested $25. They're going to get me, take me to the future, where I'm going to be as rich as a king. And they're going to replace me here with an identical robot.
So they could have already done that.
Maybe.
During this conversation.
I don't know.
Oh. That's them.
I don't know. Clever, huh? Clever, huh?
Now, I bought some trash in my time, like the square egg maker, but that really is something.
Ian, let's talk about the Grams we've been doing.
The Grammys, America's greatest musical awards ceremony.
No.
They've been going...
Not them.
What?
The Grams.
Graham, the guy that used to call me at LBC and pretend to be a dirty old man.
Yeah. No, wait. Huh?
What?
Instagrams.
Ah, yeah. Why don't we get Kath to explain what it is, as she's so good at everything?
You know when people bore you with their holiday photos? You can do it online. It's that.
Yeah. But we haven't been anywhere, so it's
Iain Lee show.
Yeah.
It's just
That's what this show's called, yeah?
It's just us sitting in one or other room.
Oh, look, one of my favourite callers to spar with is this chap. But then, how have you spelt spar?
I like to do things quite quick.
So how would you normally spell spar?
S-P-A-R.
You've just guessed, haven't you?
Yeah.
S-P-A-R-R.
Yeah.
How many R's are there?
2.
Nope.
I mean 1.
Yep. You spelt it S-P-A, and you thought that was genuinely it. What, I'm going to go and sit in a steam room with him and then go and have a massage?
I think you'd love to sit in a steam room with him and have a massage.
I would, you know what, I really fancy a massage, actually. Girls?
No, I'm all right.
Yeah, I've had one
Should I put my shirt back on then?
Yeah, and your trousers.
Peter's in Walmer Green. Morning, Peter.
Good morning.
Peter, what would you like to have a whinge about today?
I was just thinking, when we're saying Nigel Farage's opportunist, I mean, does that mean that other politicians are not opportunists? No, that's not true. Really and truly, Mr. Farage is saying the things that people believe. He says closer to saying what people want than any other politicians.
No, he's not.
Pardon?
No, he's not.
Well, he is. The majority of people believe a lot of the same things that he's saying. Not the racial part, but certain other things in his policies that he's saying.
Peter, you're wrong.
Well, OK, you can say that, but
you are wrong.
The population says that.
No. He is saying what you agree with. He's not saying what the majority of people agree with. He's not saying what everybody agrees with.
I didn't say that. Majority is not everybody, is it?
OK, but again, he's not saying what the majority agree with. He's saying what you agree. You could phone up and say, Nigel Farage, Mr Farage is saying what I, Peter and Walmer Green, agree with, but you can't say he's saying what the majority agree with.
No, you see, I think you're trying to twist the words. I am saying the majority of people who listen to what he says, not all that he says, but majority of what he says.
Oh, hang on, now you'll change it. So
but it's still the majority of people believe the same things.
And where did you get your statistics from, Peter?
I get my statistics from talking to people, ordinary people, not the chattering classes, the ordinary people.
Because the thing, I don't know if you've noticed this, Peter, and you must have done because you've lived a fair old life, is, and I mean that with respect, is that we often talk to people, don't we, who share similar beliefs as us.
Well, yes, quite.
So it is fair to say that the majority of people that you've talked to probably do agree with Nigel Farage.
No, hold on. I get on very well with people from all walks of life.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying that for 1 second. But the people we tend to talk to are the people that share the same philosophies as us. And there are exceptions, of course there are exceptions. So it's likely that the people you've spoken to, your friends, do agree with Nigel Farage. But that wouldn't stand up as a YouGov poll. That wouldn't be the Gallup chart. It wouldn't be the top 10. You can't say on the back of the people you've spoken to that the majority of people agree with Nigel Farage.
I find that totally and utterly ridiculous.
I know.
I've got a wide range of friends.
Yeah, no, it's
acquaintances.
It's interesting how the facts can be seen as ridiculous. But Peter, I mean this with respect, what I'm saying is true. Your experience... How many people have you spoken to about Nigel Farage?
Oh, I suppose about 100, I suppose.
OK, so you've spoken to 100 people?
Yeah, but right. I'm just taking generally what people say.
Yeah. So from 100 people, you've extrapolated... Well, how many people are in the UK? 65 million people?
Yeah.
You've extracted from your 100 people survey, 100 people were asked... do you agree with Nigel Farage? And you've extrapolated that the majority of 65 million people agree with Nigel Farage from the 100 people you've spoken to.
Well, if you're trying to tie it down to a few percentage points...
I'm trying to question what you've said, Peter.
Well, you're not questioning it, really, because I can't... When I talk about a majority, I'm talking about a majority of people that you interview, the papers interview, and the news items interview. The majority of people feel that lots of what he says is what they believe.
So hang on a second. So originally you said you'd got those statistics from talking to 100 people.
Yeah.
And now you're saying you've got it from the newspapers.
No, I get it from everywhere.
I bet you do. Which newspapers do you read, Peter?
I read the Mail. I've read the Telegraph. Hold on.
OK.
I've read the Telegraph.
OK.
I read all sorts. I talk to...
You read all sorts. The Mail and the Telegraph.
I talk to business people.
May I suggest, Peter? I suggest... And this is fun, isn't it, this morning? May I suggest that, yes, the Mail and the Telegraph probably do agree with a lot of what Nigel Farage says, because that's their political bent is towards the right, sometimes the extreme of the right. So, again, you can't say the majority of the country agree with Nigel Farage because of what you've read in the Mail. The Mail, the Telegraph, all newspapers are biased.
Oh, but that's not isolated. And the Mail is not something that I've isolated. I tell you what, I will ask your listeners on there to ring in and tell you whether they will believe lots of the things that Nigel Farage said.
And we can do that, Peter.
Yeah.
But again, in the 30 minutes we've got, we'll get three... We'll put that out there, 08459 455 555. Do you agree with Nigel Farage? Again, in the 30 minutes we've got, we might get as many as 5, 6, 7 calls... We can't extrapolate from, let's be generous and say 10. We can't extrapolate from 10 people that the majority of Britain agrees with Nigel Farage.
So what you're saying is no public opinion poll, really, is every public opinion poll is meaningless.
No, it's not, and I'm glad you brought up public opinion polls, Peter. That was my next point. No public opinion poll has shown that the majority of people agree with Nigel Farage.
But you can't take it because it's not the majority of people.
No, Peter, there was several polls recently. We have to go soon because I'm going to be late for the travel. There were several polls recently which expressed who would vote for UKIP in the European elections. Now, that in itself doesn't necessarily mean they agree with Farage, OK? But the majority of people in that survey weren't going to vote for UKIP. It was split between the four... Yeah, they were going to get more votes than the Lib Dems and the Conservatives. They were going to get less than Labour. They would have had to have got 51% of that poll for the majority of people to have wanted to vote UKIP.
So you'll believe in that poll, but you won't because they haven't spoken to 65 million people.
Peter, you brought up the subject
of
polls.
No, but you said 65 million. And you believe one that don't.
No, Peter, you brought up the polls. Peter, Catherine, you wanted to pop in
Just
there.
taken 3-4 phone calls in quick succession from people who say, yeah, I'm with Farage. Do you want to come on? No.
OK. Peter, listen, it's good fun this morning. Thanks, mate. I'll speak to you again.
All the best.
Ta-ta, there you go. He's got the right idea. If you can have an argument and end it with that, then you're in the right place.
With some sunny periods and largely dry as well. That's your latest forecast.
So when my sister was about 6... And this was in the 70s, OK, the mid-70s. She went to my dad and said, Dad, what are periods?
Oh.
And my dad was like... And my mum, who was upstairs, heard this and she shouted down, she means sunny periods on the weather forecast! If he dodged that bullet. Do you remember Acid Rain?
Oh, yes.
What happened to that? I remember the girl from Different Strokes who's now dead. She had a tragic life. In an episode of Different Strokes, she washed her hair in a copper bowl, and the acid rain and the copper turned her hair green. She was devastated.
I don't think that was a scientific experiment, was it?
No, but she was devastated because she was going to give a talk about the environment, and her hair was green. Yeah. And then Mr. Drummond, Mr. D, said, well, actually, this is great because you can use your hair as an example of what's happened. I don't remember what Willis and the other kid were up to.
He always had a great idea, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't remember what the black kids were doing in that episode.
But Mr. Drummond was great. If life handed him lemons, he made lemonade, didn't he?
Well, wouldn't he? Literally. But
and they'd probably teach them how to sell it in a good ongoing concern.
And then they'd all have a hug at the end and show that races can live in harmony, particularly if those poor black boys are adopted by a really wealthy middle-class white man.
What happened to the ozone layer?
Well, there was a big hole about it in it. Where's that gone?
That's what we were all talking about in the 90s.
Ozone, hole in the ozone, acid rain...
Do you remember when all the computers were going to stop working?
Hey, Millennium Bug!
Yeah.
Millennium Bug. Aeroplanes were going to fall from the sky and video recorders would not record programmes. Neither of those things happened.
Things we've overcome.
Haven't we just? And if we can overcome those, we can overcome anything.
Well... Anything. Some of those meteors are getting a bit close, aren't they? Anything. That sounds like tempting fate, my friends. Stop it. Oh, you're so irritating.
Anything.
We could overcome anything, Catherine.
Oh, is that what it was about? I forgot after a while.
Me too. Let's quickly go to Wilfred in Whipsnade. Morning, Wilfred.
Morning.
Not today, Geoffrey. It's all that matters, really, isn't it, guys? It's Friday.
Yeah. I just did a fist pump.
You did a what?
You know when you punch the air?
Oh, a fist pump. OK, sorry.
Don't see many of those nowadays.
You don't. I heard something completely different. Well, good for you, Kelly.
Thank you.
If I had a hat and a gun, I would toss my hat up into the air and shoot it like a cowboy. Freeze frame. End of movie.
Oh.
That's what I'd be doing.
It has to end there because when it comes down, you're going to be rather sheepish.
I'm going to be. Oh, I got holes in my hat. Or worse, I've got no holes in my hat. I'm a terrible shot. Those are the worst things that can happen. They're not. I've got to get this out because this is going to bug me.
Okay, share it with the group.
I have got no phone signal, right? And my fear is, it's a complicated story. Just give me the next hour or so. Basically, I've ordered a new SIM card because my current SIM card, when I send texts to some people, my old phone number comes up.
Can I stop you there?
Please.
You need to talk to my colleague, Jonathan Vernon-Smith. Can I get you to call back at 9 o'clock, please?
No, I'm talking to you guys.
Oh, all right.
So the phone company said, we'll send you... don't ring it because there's no signal. I've got no signal.
Yeah. You've got no signal.
The phone company said, we'll send you a new SIM card. That will sort the problem out, OK? Now, they said this on Wednesday night. They said you'll have it tomorrow morning. Oh?
What?
Now, I need someone who knows. Have they deactivated my current SIM before I've got the new one? Yeah, no...
yeah, you've got no service.
I know I've got no service. Sorry? Does it not let you leave a message, even?
I'll do it again. Let's have a look.
Oh, this is really... Can they deactivate my SIM? The number isn't recognised?
Oh, no.
I can call the operator.
Which number are you... give me the last 3 numbers that you're dialing.
It's the 604.
That's the old number.
All right, hang on.
Hang on. Because is it supposed to end 511?
Yes.
Oh, let's have a listen to that.
OK. Right, I've got... OK, so I'm in.
You're in, yeah.
I need someone who knows. I'm going to ask 2 questions, and don't worry, I'm not going to give away the name of the phone network I'm on. That would be inappropriate. First question is, can a phone network deactivate a SIM from afar before they sent you a new one? And also, secondly...
Just leaving you a message to see if you're all right.
I haven't got a phone signal, Kelly. There's no point in leaving me a message.
You haven't got phone signal, no point in leaving you a message. But, it's always nice to hear a friendly voice at a time.
And secondly, is there anybody else on the EE network who's struggling to get a phone signal? Oh.
Oh, hang on.
No. Those 2 things aren't connected.
OK. Just left a message, mate.
Oh, why did you do that, you muppet? Ken's in Luton. Morning, Ken.
Morning, Ian.
Ken, what you got for me, boss?
Listen.
Yeah?
When I was going round with my wife to sort a nursing home out for her mother...
Yes.
I often wondered if all these people are understaffed, how would they get...
Sorry, what happened there? Did you just fall down the phone?
No.
Oh.
That's your lot.
It's not my lot, it's your lot.
Anyway, listen.
Whose lot?
I wondered how...
What's your favourite cheese?
Eh?
What's your favourite cheese?
I don't really have a favourite cheese.
Well, which one do you like the most?
Just cheddar.
OK.
I'm not, into all that.
You're not into all that?
What do they call it?
Bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Cottage cheese isn't a cheese, is it?
Well, I don't know.
Well, no, it's not. How can it be a cheese? It comes in a plastic tub.
Well, there you are. They call anything nowadays.
Well, you can do, can't you? And that's the problem.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I agree. What have you called in for, Kim? Why are you talking about cottage cheese, you lunatic?
What, me? That was you.
What, me? It was you.
Ah.
Yeah, you started it.
Liz?
What?
Did you start this off?
Sorry?
Did you start this off?
Sorry?
We're having an argument here.
What?
Ian thinks I started the argument. He didn't say he didn't. So you did. All right. The wife don't like cheese.
What's her name?
Liz.
Liz!
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 Hello?
Liz?
Yes?
Keep out of this.
Why?
Keep out of this. Stop. Ken's phoned up to try and make a serious point, and you're talking about cottage cheese. Cottage cheese isn't even a cheese. Can I ask you a question, Liz?
What's that?
How on earth do you put up with Ken?
Pass.
Yeah, I know. Listen, cough once if he's keeping... Shut up, Ken! Cough once if he's keeping you there against your will.
I can't do that, because he's a lovely man, really.
Okay.
He cares about people.
Yeah, OK. I think Ken is pointing a gun at Liz's head. We'll send the police round anyway. Liz, let me speak to your silly husband, please.
OK.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Morning.
That's why I married her.
Yay. Ken, so tell me about care homes.
Well, when we was going round, and they were saying, oh, we're understaffed and all that, I thought, well, if there's a fire, how long would it take them to get them out?
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
She's done it again.
What? What's going...
Is that Catherine?
No, what? It's Liz. Liz was listening to your conversation.
No.
Yeah!
She always does that.
Unbelievable.
I'm censored.
So, Ken, what's your favourite cheese?
Gorgonzola.
I'm slightly confused. I thought the Milton Keynes Marathon was happening on Bank Holiday Monday.
Isn't it happening on Sunday?
When is it? When is it happening, Catherine? It's Bank Holiday Monday, right? Yeah. According to that trail, right?
Hang on, let's check this.
I could just play the
The 5th of May. Or maybe just play it again. When's the 5th of May?
That's the Bank Holiday. That's Monday.
Oh.
Which it turns out is Bank Holiday Monday.
Oh.
Which it turns out I didn't know because I'm working.
Yeah, me too.
Cass? Oh, you're not, are you? Why didn't you tell us?
Why did she get a day off?
Why did she get a day off?
No.
Ask
We were
her.
all having a day off.
What?
I thought we were all having a day off.
I didn't know it was a bank holiday.
You said to me, bank holiday, are you going to work? And
Yeah,
I
but I
said,
didn't know
well, but I can. And you went, oh, no, let's both take it off. You tricked me so you could be alone with Kelly.
I didn't know that... Well, that's a nice little advantage. Cheeky chops. I didn't know... Did you know Monday was a bank holiday, Just?
Morning, Princess. Yes, I did know it was a bank holiday.
Are you having it off on Monday?
I'm definitely having it off, yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna, so you're having it off on Monday, Catherine?
Yeah, definitely.
Justin's having it off on Monday. And Kelly and I, well...
we are, but in a different sense.
We're getting it on.
We're getting it on.
No one... Where's... I hate Boss. Where's Boss? I want to talk to Boss.
I bet she's having it off on Monday.
You've just lost your job. I hate Boss. No one told me Monday was a bank holiday.
Well, not to worry. I'll be having a good day.
I have to apply for my time off 6 weeks in advance. Luckily...
Anybody got a violin?
Luckily, this is the last bank holiday of the year.
Is that right?
It's not.
No.
What?
No, August.
And there's a couple more in May.
What?
Yeah.
There's another bank holiday in May?
It's that time of year. Bank holiday time.
Fudge sticks!
But hey, our Bank Holiday Monday show is going to be amazing.
So we're in on Monday.
Yeah.
I have done bank holiday shows in the past when I've been tricked by Boss. Basically, there's a new needle on the record player. I'm going to bring in some. Vinyl. I'm going to slap my 7 inches on here.
Deep cuts.
Well, unfortunately, yes. And I'm going to be. Kelly, you can come and. I can't think of any more innuendos that can combine a record with a penis, but you know.
Oh, well, hang on.
Yes.
That's what you've been doing. I'm not coming in.
So, okay, well that's really disappointing. It's a bank holiday on Monday. Thanks, guys. I hate Boss.
I love Boss.
I love Boss.
I love her too.
Hi, Ian.
Yes, Steve. What would you like to say?
I haven't heard you speak about the lazy firemen who have picked their great time until they get a long weekend and they've decided to go on strike to extend it. That just sort of sums up the scumbags that they are, doesn't it?
You think the fire service is made up of scumbags?
Yeah, I think it is in a lot of respects. And don't get me wrong, they do a great job, but they moan and whine just like teachers. They've got a job to do. They should get on and do it. They should accept the fact they sit around doing nothing for most of the day, and that's a fact. It's not debatable. It's a total fact. And yes, they do have to be there sitting around doing nothing, but they never admit to it, which is the most annoying thing.
But when they do something, quite often they're putting their lives literally at risk.
Yeah, very, very rarely, to be honest. Yes, they do attend fires. Yes, they do other dangerous acts. I'm not getting it wrong. There's a lot of people that do jobs similar, but the 95% of their time, they're at no risk at all, and about 80% of the time, they're doing nothing at all other than in the gym, playing on their little playgrounds and all the other things they do, playing snooker, pool, watching telly.
What do you do for a living, Steve?
I don't think that's what I've rung up to.
No, I know, but it's. I do think it's pertinent. What do you do for a living?
I do actually work for a living.
Yeah, and what do you do for a living?
I work for a telecommunication company.
Okay, so is there 5% of your working life when you're putting your life at risk?
Probably more than that, actually.
Well, actually putting your life at risk?
Yes.
How?
A controlled risk, the same as fire. They have their PPE.
How are you putting your life at risk, Steve, on a par with firemen?
Because I climb towers up to sort of 180 metres in height, and if I'm not...
And are they on fire?
Stage, no, they're not on fire.
Okay.
But if it was on fire and I had the breathing apparatus and all the other...
Ever saved a baby?
No.
Okay. And what, you think your job is as important as the fire service?
I think we all have important jobs.
No, we don't.
We
don't. My job's not important, Steve. In the great scheme of... No, it's not. In the great scheme of things, some has-been hosting a breakfast show in a local radio region. It's not important. What nurses do is important. What firemen do is important.
Yeah, but not most of the time. It's not important, is it?
It doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter if it's... I wish you'd called up an hour ago, Steve. Blimey, where were you?
Yeah, I'm not arguing the fact that whether it's important or not. I'm the fact that they're doing their normal scum thing and extending their long weekend. They didn't decide to strike on a Wednesday afternoon, did they? They chose to strike on a long bank holiday weekend.
Steve, why didn't you call in... Listen, the next time the fire service go on strike, can you call in about 7:30?
I certainly will.
Because we've wasted this opportunity. We'd have had loads of people calling in. Steve, have a good weekend. Thank you very much indeed. That's right, he called the fire service scum. Yeah. Right. Well, that was the podcast this week.
We could always have a little chat if you like.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Couldn't we, Kath? We could just have a little
chat
about something.
I think we should quit what we're behind.
Next week, we'll try and get a bit of enthusiasm from the team.
You don't get more enthusiastic than me.
Go on, then.
I'm the most enthusiastic person you will ever meet.
Enthuse.
Hi.
Do you know what my favourite word is?
Oh, what?
You know, what does a butler do?
Serves.
No, but
he buttles.
He buttles.
What?
A butler buttles.
That's where that name comes from, is it?
Well, yeah,
What does buttles mean?
My mum thinks it's a posh way of saying buckle.
It's the wrong way of saying buckle.
I know.
But that's because she's up north and they say lickle.
What does buttle mean?
It's the doing word, the verb.
It's weird that I asked Iain, but Kath answers.
I gave Kath the look to say, I can't be bothered to talk to her. Can you do it?
I was trying to be helpful. So anyway, I think we're done.
Lacklustre. That was my description for this. Lacklustre.
Any other favourite words?
Okay,
I quite like discombobulated.
You like what?
Discombobulated.
What does it mean?
I think it means confused, baffled. Discombobulated.
You know this week when I told you about that old fella who chatted me up in the pub with the immortal line, "Do you like the one show?" And my favourite word is fuddler.
Fuddler.
Ooh. Fuddler.
I really miss Justin. I wish he'd be part of this.
Yeah, where's Scoins and Matt? I miss Matt Lockwood.
I don't miss those two losers.
Oh. What does fuddle mean?
It's a magazine about beer.
I'm going to stop recording now.
Oh, do you know how to stop recording?
Thanks for listening to this free download from BBC Three Counties Radio, your local radio station for beds, hearts and bucks, on FM, AM, digital radio and online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.